to Rainers Racing League F2 Rounds 11 and 12 at the Austrian Grand Prix. So we'll be seeing the feature race. We'll be seeing the qualifying for the feature race and the sprint race afterwards. So in a moment, I will go through some of the stats and the championship standings that we have available to us, and then I'll talk about the circuit, and then by that time we should be within qualifying. So the Austrian circuit, most people may know it as the old name as the A1 circuit, which has been a racing circuit since 1969. This variation is made up of 10 corners, that is 7 to the right and 3 to the left. Currently the home of Red Bull Racing. It is one of the most sought out and highly rated circuits of the F1 calendar. Well, today we're doing the F2 race for Rainers Racing League, which the standings are, I believe, 1 second. So in the lead at the moment on the constructors is ART Grand Prix with 238. Second is Prima Racing with 159, followed by MP Motorsport at 72. That might be wrong because we've got Compost Racing here at 77, so they'll be third. As I can see, is that our leader is LH44, which I do know that he is not with us today, and he's on 163, so he's clearly out in front, so unlikely that he's going to be caught, but the gap will close. In second we have Quadruti for Prima Racing, third Rainer with ART Grand Prix, and fourth Magnus with Prima Racing, which is our top 2 teams. So as you can see, a lot of our drivers are getting ready for qualifying. Just waiting for a couple more to be ready. Oh, we have got LH44. He has been able to join us, which is fantastic news. LH44, fantastic to happen with us today. He did give us a warning that he may not have been able to join us, but it's fantastic to see that he is. So we have got our drivers looking out for a great qualifying pace. So as we're waiting for the session to start, I will go into a little bit more detail regarding our circuit for today. So turn 1 is basically the critical turn for any race. Turn 1, lap 1, very crucial to get through that very clearly. Get a clean run into turn 2 and 3. Now we do have 3 DRS zones. Zone 1 is between turns 1 and 2. DRS zone 2 is between turns 4 and 5. Sorry, 3 and 4. And DRS zone is on the pit lane straight. You will find a lot of people will go wide on the Niki Lauda curve or the Jochen Rindt curve. These are the 2 zones that tend to carry the most speed. Crucial takeover points. Crucial takeover points are the Gerard-Berger curve and the A1 curve. These get a good run off these and you will certainly close down that gap. And we've got a hello from another league, Hampton Racing League. So there's a big shout out to them. They had a fantastic race yesterday. So here we are, we have got Correct Savant on an outlap. Now Correct Savant, I've raced him in the past and he is a fantastic racer. Very clean, pleasure to race against him, so it'd be good to see him. We're looking for good laps between a lot of these races. I know they are very competitive. We've got Quadruti, Magnus, LH44, Liam, and where are we? And Renas, which are normally up there competing for that fastest lap. So as we're watching Carter take his warm-up run, as well as Benjamin Cardiff and Correct Savant. Correct Savant is coming up to our turn 9, and we'll be opening up our fast laps. And here he is starting off. Let's get that data up and see exactly where we all are. So we're all using super soft apart from Zero Draco and Stead 6. Clean turn by Correct Savant into turn 3. Open up his DRS and thunders down to turn 4. Now if you are aware of this course, you would know that turn 4 has recently been changed over the last few years. It used to be a lot longer, a lot windier. Just went further out. Wasn't as sharp as what it is today. But today has made a big, with the circuit layout today, it makes a big difference having to slow right down, bunch the cars up together and give some excellent opportunity to overtake the moments. So we've got Correct Savant coming into turn 9 and 10. He opens up his DRS and let's see what time he gives us. It's a 1:15.3. Nice steady lap there. Let's see what the others have got for us. So we've got Benjamin Cardiff coming in. Oh, Carter's put a 1:15.3 as well. Not so close between the two of them. Benjamin Cardiff, what's he given us? Another 1:15.3. Very, very tight these lap times. Fantastic to see. Expecting a very clean, close race between these. And we have Cyro Dracos. And he's coming down. Let's see where he is. He's turn 4 at the moment. Pushing into turn 5. With him being on the soft tyres rather than super soft. Oh, we've got a driver off the track at the moment. Let's see if I can find out who that is. Not able to see who that was. Well, let's go back to Zero Dracos and see what time he gives us on his soft tyres. I think he may have run wide at one point and not able to give us a time. So let's see if we've got anybody else still out. And we've got Stead 6 on his his outlap. We've got Sizen on his outlap, and the Maverick. So Sizen's now starting his lap. So with the F2 cars, because the builds are similar, it's just there's little subtle details that the teams and the drivers will pick for the settings and the layouts of the vehicle that makes the difference between the speeds. Oh, we've got a new fastest lap from Sarah Dracos in the soft tyre at a 1:14.6, a fantastic run on that tyre. So I was saying about these cars. These cars are very, very similar. Same chassis, same engines. Difference is those little setup choices that the drivers and the teams would make that can make the big difference when it comes down to putting in a great lap and good racing. Tyre strategy is important for these cars, because if you pit one lap too late or even one lap too early, you could be putting yourself out for a few seconds. So looking at standings, last week we had both ART drivers claiming wins in round 9 and round 10, and Quadruti bagging a double position, so that's going to be a nice close race between them. So we're just getting an update. So Stead 6 has got a 1:14.9 lap time. Sizen's got a 1:15.2. The Maverick with a 1:16.9. I am sure the Maverick will pull in a faster time than that. And Carter has pulled in a 1:14.9. So these times are still very tight. Obviously the Maverick it's probably had a little slip in the corner, but I'm sure he will be pulling out another good lap soon. Let's have a look at what's Quad Duty and see how he does on his lap. So he's got an 18 in the first sector. Very tight on the Niki Lauda curve. Nice little touch of the apex there, not touching the inside curve of turn 6. But using the full track with 10.7. Great work on turn 9. 3 on turn 10. Empties up his DRS and thunders down swiftly, and that's a fastest lap, 1:14.2. And early we did get a new time from Stead 6 at a 1:14.8. Everybody pulling in all these good times, and Maverick has improved this time. He's got a 1:15.5. Fantastic second lap by Maverick. This is a fantastic set of times. It's like 1.4 seconds in between first and 8th so far, with Jason Woodhouse, LH44, Rayner, Apex, Magnus, Jim Strav, dragging on speed, and Liam still to put on a lap time. So I'm going to hop over to Apex, who's about to put in his first lap, and we catch him coming into turn 4. So Apex actually drives for the Dams team, and he is sitting 5th in the championship. So a good race from himself, and he could be pushing themselves up a bit further to join the guys at the top of the table. He's not that far behind at all. He's 6 points behind Magnus. Now I know Magnus has missed a couple of races recently, so I'm sure he's going to make up for that difference. So we've got a yellow flag in sector 2, and that would be cool. It's going to be one of the guys who's going slow, letting others pass. Could possibly put nope, that won't be him. That's making a good slide. Quadruti with a 1:13.9. Dead 6 has pushed another time for 1:14.6. These times are getting faster and faster. Magnus with a 1:14.4. He is still half a second behind his teammates, but he is on the soft tyre. Apex is actually took 1/10 of his time there. We are looking at the yellow sector in the corner of turn 3, and that would be someone just going a little bit slower than what they really need to. And Apex has dropped 4/10 of his time, making it pushing it into 4th with a 1:14.6. These times are tight. James Sharp has put an opening lap of 1:22.4. He is on the soft tyre, but I'm sure he's going to get that time down a lot more. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. That's Magnus going slow. Lauencast has got past him. He's not interfering with their lap, and hopefully they'll just cruise past and carry on. I think James Sharp's going on for another flying lap. These times are very, very tight, and it just shows that this race is going to be tightly fought. Apex going back into the pits. So we've got Kyrie Dracos pushing out for another lap. See how he improves. He is less than 1/10 off his previous pace, but I'm sure that he can make that up in the next few sections. Craig Savant and Benjamin Cardiff are both on their final laps. Benjamin Cardiff is pretty much matching his previous time. I'll watch him as he comes in for. And he is only 2/100 or just less than 3/100ths off his previous pace. Watching Correct Savant coming into 10:10, and he's pushing on through. Ooh, 1:14.9. That's an improvement there. That's 3/10 improvement. One second between 1 and 6. That's 1 second. 1 second, and the various tires they have used. I see Benjamin Cardiff has improved. He's gone into the pits. His time might not look good for him. He just decided to head back into the pits to get some fresh tyres, or just to take a little breather to find out how other people do. And we've got Rayner who's come out. Let's have a little watch. As we've got only 3 cars on the track at the moment. So we've got Carter, Correct Savant, who goes into the pits, and Rayner. And Rayner's sitting third in the championship. He's got a total of 75 points. He is only 17 points off second place, so a good chance for him to either close that gap or even overtake Kojiti. Now looking at his, he did bag a first in the sprint race last week, so we are looking to see similar performances, but 8th in the feature race. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get any data from that to see why that was the case, but because that was the lowest he's ever placed in a race. That's the same for his teammate. His teammate placed 8th in Bahrain at the first race of the season, whereas consistently been in above that afterwards, and that would have been LH44. So we're just going to run through our times dead quick as Reina smashes out his fast lap. We have Quadriti with a 1:13.9, Magnus with a 1:14.4, fantastic lap by Magnus in a soft tyre. Stead 6 on a 1:14.6, another great lap in a soft tyre. Apex with a 1:14.6, very tight, that's only 3 1/1000ths between him and Stead. Caro is on a 1:14.6, another tight grouping of air. It's just Carter Page just improved his lap again with a 1:14.7. It's so tight, guys, it's brilliant to see. Correct Savant with a 1:14.9, Tyson with a 1:15.2, and let's see what Reino brings to us. Reino jumps into 5th with a 1:14.6. That's a nice lap for Reino, but I'm sure that he'll be able to take a bit more time off that. We have Benjamin Carter, who's on a 1:15.3, and the Maverick on a 1:15.5. Oh, and Jim Stroud with a 1:14.2. That is an absolutely outstanding lap there from Jim Stroud. A very strong racer, and could potentially upset a few people on the today. Oh, let's have a look and see how Carter's doing. So Dragon on speed has got a 1:14.6. That's a nice lap by Dragon, and I'm sure like every one of these drivers is going to put 100% in to try and get a bit faster time. And I've just seen someone jump up. I think that was Carter. Carter with a 1:14.5. That's a good lap. It's good to see the mixture of compounds used, and we're all getting very competitive times, which is brilliant to see. So we've got LH44 on an out lap. Now that we have got 12 minutes left of qualifying, which is a lot of time, but it is a one stint. There is no breakdown of how long you get. There's no Q1, Q2, Q3. It's just one big long continuous qualifying session. So it gives all these drivers the opportunity to make a difference. Now I've got Jason Woodhouse on in the pit still, not to register time. LH44 and Liam both on their out laps. Now I'm going to watch over LH44 and see how he does on his time, and then we'll switch over to Liam nearer to the end. So we've got yellow flags in section 3. Now this will be drivers getting out of the way, slowing down, giving everybody space to get through and make their times valid. So it's an 18.7 sector 1 for LH44. And we've got Liam now. I think Liam's gone into the pits. Oh no, sorry, I've got that wrong. Liam is now making his turn on turn 10. So he will be starting his lap very soon. Sector 1 and 2 time of 51.7. If my maths is correct, that is a 33 second sector 2, which is respectable with the fact that it is a technical part of the circuit. And he comes comes in, final round, turn 10, opens DRS, and puts the time of 1:14.9. Now that's not a massive difference from the front runners, really isn't. It's still within just over a second from first. And we'll watch Liam come into the final corners. He's now right at the Niki Lauda curve. Push him around to the Gerhard-Berger curve. And he's punching down to the Jochen Rindt curve, which is turn 9. Turn 9 being the place where people will tend to run off course quite easily, as well as turn 10, which is the A1 curve. And he thunders in DRS open. Oh, I think he might have had an invalid time on that, because he hasn't registered the time. Unfortunately there, missed that. So we've got slow sectors, sector 1 and 2. This again will be drivers just getting out of the way. A lot of drivers on course at the moment, a lot of them doing out laps and flying laps, so it's a mixture of different positions. We've got Reina who's jumped up to second, which I just missed, which is 1:14.0. That is outstanding, Reina. Quality qualifying lap. Very competitive racer, and I can't wait to see the start of this race. It's going to be an amazing race with these drivers. It's quite nice to see a lot of these drivers are quite fair, they're quite respectful to their competitors, and they give them a lot of space for qualifying. We have 8 minutes left of qualifying. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3, so slow drivers moving out of the way. Okay, so we're back on with Liam. Now I think Liam's going for a fast lap here. So that 1:31.5 is not really his best timing. He did go slow through sector 1 and 2. Oh, and he's just snaked it a bit there, just lost it a little bit. That's not a problem. That's something he'll just take a bit of a break here, and hopefully he'll go again. Invalidated lap time, and that's unfortunate for Liam. I know he has got a very good pace on him, so we're going to run through the times dead quick again, because it has changed. So we have Quad Duty with a 1:13.9. We have Reina with 1:14.0. James Strav with a 1:14.2. And Tyro, however you pronounce it, is 1:14.3. Now he's changed over to the super softs and got a bit more time out of his air tyres. We have Magnus, who is on super soft now, and he's running a 1:14.4, but he is doing a flying lap as we speak. He is coming into the Jochen Rindt curve, pushing into the A1 curve. But this lap won't count because it's invalidated. Unfortunately for a lot of races, that happens quite a bit if you just go straight off a little bit too much. You have a fantastic lap and you're just off a little bit. We have LH44 on a 1:14.5. Carter on a 1:14.5. On a soft tyre, he is very close. He's only 3 100ths from LH44. Stead 6 with a fantastic 1:14.6 on soft tyres. Apex with a 1:14.6. Oh, we've just got a new time. That's Tyro with a 1:14.0. He is 2 100ths off faster than Reina. That is outstanding. He is just over 1/10 away from Quad Duty. A brilliant time from himself. We have Apex at the moment. He is doing a flying lap at the moment. Dragon on speed is doing an out lap. He is on a 1:14.6 currently. Now We've got Craig Savant on a 1:14.9, Tyson on a 1:15.2, Benjamin Cardiff on a 1:15.3, Maverick on a 1:15.5, Liam on a 1:31.5, but I will put a bet on it that he was going to get a lot faster times either within the next 4 minutes, or he's going to just perform outstanding on track. Jason Woodhouse still hasn't made any attempt at a fast lap as of yet. So we are looking at Quadruti, who's out again. He might be looking to take a little bit more time off it to secure his time, because all the other drivers are closing in on his potential pole. Rayner on an out lap. Cairo looks like he's coming into the pits. He is coming into the pits. Whether this is to get a new set of tyres and try and get another lap in, or is he happy with the fact that he has got a fantastic time as it is? Rayner is pushing onto his fast lap. Jim Straff's still in the pits at the moment. Stead 6. He is 1/10 slower than his previous time. Now, Maverick and Cairo have retired from the session, so they must be happy at the current times that they have. Just watch the Stead 6 come in and see if he improves on his time. He hasn't improved on his time, but it's still a good time. These laps are quite consistent from our races today. Magnus with a 1:14.3. Let's see how he does through sector 2, see if he's got any time off. He's added on 15 seconds. I think this might be a second warm-up lap, getting the heat to the tyres. As you know, the tyres do not get preheated. There's no tyre covers, so drivers have to warm them up themselves, and he's decided to come into the pits. I think he might be happy with that. And Dragon on Speed has just posted a new time of a 1:14.4. Fantastic time for Dragon. Now Stead 6 has got an invalidated time. Probably went off the track at some point. Rayner is up on his time by, he's slower by 6/10. Not too sure whether he can bring that back. Oh sorry, he's 2/10, sorry, 2/10. The previous lap he was 6/10 off his fastest time, so we've got Stead 6 who's happy with his time and has stopped there. And Liam with a 1:14.3, and he spins. Luckily there's no significant damage to his vehicle. I don't know if he's got enough time to get back round and see if he can get another flying lap in, but I'm sure he'll try. A lot of drivers are now stopping for the moment, thinking that they've got their time is quite safe. So Dragon on Speed coming through Nicky Lauda curve. See what his sector 2 time is at, and he's up. He's added on a 1/10. So it's looking like these are our times for today. So that's the end of qualifying. All remaining cars on the circuit are to come in. I don't know if anybody's on the flying lap. We've got Liam, who's actually just pulled from sector 1. He's improved by 1/10 of a second, and he's spun his car again. It's unfortunate. Every time I look at check Liam's progress, he always seems to spin out. So I think it's commentators curse on him, and I really do apologise, Liam. Sorry. He was on for an improvement, and if he did carry that 1/10 improvement, he could have been facing 5th or even 4th on his starting position. And I think he's our last driver out. So there we have our list of Quadruti, Caro, Reina, Gustav, Stead 6, Magnus, Liam, Dragon, LH44, Carter, Apex, Corinne Salon, Benjamin, Tyson, Maverick and Jason as our order for the race today. I don't foresee any more drivers out on the course at the moment. I think they're all about to just come in. So, while waiting for the race to start, we will have a look at our championship standings. So first we have LH44 racing for the Art Grand Prix on 163 points. Not catchable within this race at the moment, but we're not even halfway. At the end of these two races, we will be halfway through the season. Quadruti with Prima Racing on 92. We have Reina with Art Grand Prix on 75. Magnus with Prima Racing on 67. We have Apex with the Dams Racing Team on 61. We have Dragon on Speed with Campos Racing on 51. We have Liam with MP Motorsport on 48. We have Benjamin with the Arden team on 39. Match instead with the Uni Vitosi with 39 points. Sizen with Campos Racing is on 26. Correct Savant with MP Motorsport is on 24. Jason Woodhouse with Carlin is on 23. His teammate Carter is on 19. Our final point scorer is Kyle Rodriguez with the Dams team with 14 points. We have other racers that have not been able to finish or start some of the races, and our drivers are now onto their warm-up lap. So we are looking at a very close race here again. We have racers such as LH44, who seems to be a little bit out of position. Magnus a little bit out of position again himself. But racers such as Jim Straff and Woodhouse and Maverick, who are not on our leaderboard at the moment, but they could cause some upsets on this course, along with Liam as well. Liam's a strong racer, and I do believe he will be contending at the front as well. So there is some work for LH44 to do to make sure that people do not close that gap too much. But all eyes will be on Quad Duty, Cairo and Reina at the front at the moment. But as you can see, F2 with all the with the cars being on a level pegging ground, it is down to driver's ability and a dashing of luck. With the F2 Constructors Championships, we have ART Grand Prix at 238, Prima Racing at 159, MP Motorsport at 72, Don's Racing at 75, Campos Racing at 77, Carlin at 42, Univitosi at 39, BWT BWA at 39, Trident and Sauber Jr. yet to score. So we're now our drivers are coming back onto the grid after a warm-up lap with Austria being a short circuit. These are going to be quick, short laps. Won't be a lot of time wasted on warming up the tyres where longer circuits like Silverstone will be. And here we go, we've got everybody's lined up ready to go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Out and away we go. Quad Duty with a good start, but Cairo Dracos is tight there with him. Reina has set behind, and there is a little tussle for the positions further back. We will be position change already. Liam has had a bad start and has dropped down to 9 places. But as we know, sometimes there is a glitch in the system, and we don't get up-to-date times, and that could shuffle dead quick up and down. So Quad Duty Reina as Cairo Dracos 1, 2 and 3. So Reina putting a good move on turn 3. Oh, Reina's pushed her into first. Quad Duty slipping behind Cairo, going into the Niki Lauda turn, and Quad Duty is tucking in nice and tight, trying to get back past Cairo Dracos. A little bit wide on a turn, and that's you could open up for a whole can of worms, but these races are still tight. So we are looking at like Reina in first, Cairo in second, Quad Duty in third, James Straub in fourth. LH has made fantastic progress with 4 positions. Oh, and there's a big shuffle with Liam now sitting in second on the scoreboard, but okay, we'll allow this to shuffle round because, like I said before, there is a bit of a glitch with these system, and Liam is run wide on that track, and Liam has retired from this. Has retired. That could be down to any of massive problems. So that's a yellow flag in sector 2. So Reno in first, Cairo in second, Quad Duty in third, Jim Straub fourth, LH 44 in fifth, up by 4 places. Apex in sixth, up by 5 places. Magnus is down by 1 place, not out of it at all. Dragon Speed has been consistent here, stayed in that same position. Benjamin has gone up 4 places. Sten has dropped down 5 places. I'm sure he'll make that back up. Jason Woodhouse is up by 5. So from the guy who didn't put in a time qualification, he has moved right up into the pack. Greg Savant is equal in his starting position. Sison has gone up 1 position. Carter is down 4th, and Maverick has not changed at the moment. Liam has DNF'd, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, it must be a personal issue where he was not able to continue with the race. Exceeding track limits has been it seems to be an issue with people at the moment on this course. Something that we will see penalties for if it continues. This could be from turns 9 and 10. If you run wide after turn 9 or you cut too sharp on turn 10, you will pick up a warning and penalties. And turn 3 as well. So Rayner's putting a faster time at the moment with a 1:16.2. He has opened the gap up behind him to 1.7 seconds. Kyra is under pressure from Jim Straff, who's managed to get past Quadruti. But Quadruti is not letting go of that. He is going to be battling back into that. So we can just see Stead 6 has taken over Benjamin Cardiff. Is he going to hold this position? Yes, he is. But we do have an inside jumper. Oh, Jason Woodhouse with a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That will be exceeding track limits. Like I said, turn 3 is very strict. If you try and cut that corner, you are going to get penalised. So with this circuit, the Red Bull Ring, when it was the A1 ring, or before that the Austria ring, it was a lot longer. Now the Austria ring, you may remember, was a key race for the Niki Lauda and James Hunt races, where into turn 4 James Hunt managed to pass Niki Lauda on a blind corner, but there's no camera coverage to see how it's done. People didn't understand how it happened, and the drivers could not explain either. Fantastic, it's like a mystery really on how James Hunt managed to pass him there. So in recent years the course has been trimmed down, it's been made into what it is now by someone called Herman Tilke. Now if you heard of Herman Tilke, you would know that he has made many courses, such as the Baku circuit, Sochi, even the Turkish circuit. So a lot of these circuits will have the same kind of things. So you have long straights, like pit straight, straight 1 from turn 1 to turn 2. The S-bends of the Gerhard Berger curve, and the sharp to shallow corner of turn 4 to 5. These are all trademarks of Herman Tilke's track designs, and they do get passed around. So we can see right now more penalties have come up for Kyra Strakos and Jim Straff. Jim Straff has had a bit of a problem. I wonder what's happened there. He's dropping down the pack very, very quickly. He's gone really slow. Apex has got a penalty now. Now Jim Straff, he is all over the place. Is it tyre problem? Is it just losing the back end of that car a bit too much? But he has dropped right down. He is going into the pits. I think he might have got front wing damage there. Let's see what happens here. But at the moment the pack is still quite tight. Apart from the front 3 runners which are starting to space out there, there is quite tight up in the middle. No, Jim Straff has put on a fresh set of tyres. So he's gone softs now. So does these tyres have enough in them to last until the end? And Jim Straff is a very good driver. He's very technical. He could take this advantage and hold out these tyres. So we know Rayner's going to push a long stint on these soft tyres and finish off in the super softs. And Quadruti's managed to get past. Kyra's got passed back. This is a fantastic battle with these. Oh, Kyra's gone into the pits. So he's going on to the soft tyres. So this is the moment where all the drivers on the super soft will be looking into making their pits. With everything jostling around, we still have Rayner in first, we've got Quadruti in second with a 4-second gap. and that 4-second gap is fluctuating, so whether Quadruti will make the most of it or Reina will push further, we won't know until a few laps in. We'll see how that progresses. Apex is 1.7 seconds behind Quadruti. He's doing really well, Apex. He is up a few places. He's up 8 places so far, which is a fantastic drive. So Correct Savant has now got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Again, these guys are pushing the track limits. And that's Apex going into the pit, making way for Magnus. And Benjamin Carden has decided to stay out on his super softs, and so has Seisen. Carter's coming in to change his tyres. So we're all looking at this stint where we've got a mixture of the pack with some on fresh soft tyres and some on old soft tyres. So we are looking at Reina, Quadruti, Magnus, Stead, Correct Savant, Benjamin, Seisen and Maverick all still to pit. And only Benjamin and Seisen have got super softs on those tyres to change over to. They're in a good position at the moment, these two drivers, with the tyre that they're on. They will need to pit very soon to take full advantage. We'll see if Benjamin comes in on this lap. So Magnus has now got a 3-second penalty. And Benjamin has decided to stay out. And so is Seisen. So they must feel really confident in these tyres at the moment that they're not going to give way. So we've got a lot of penalties being handed out to drivers. So Magnus, Correct Savant, Cairo, Apex, Carter and James Strapp all on 3-second penalties with Jason Woodhouse on 9. That's a lot of cut corners there, guys, so you are going to get penalised more and more, and you don't want to see too many penalties. I just had a notification saying somebody was on got the fastest lap, and I believe it might be LH, but bear with me 1 minute, I'll see if I can get that up. So we've got fastest laps here, and yeah, LH44 over 1:15.7. That's a fantastic lap there, LH. So let's see, where's our battles? Tracking on speed is closing in on Jason Woodhouse. And these guys did start on the super soft and moved over to the soft tyres, so this is critical to pass him to start getting a chance for a higher position. And we've got LH44 closing in on Cairo, and that is very, very tight. Both on fresh soft tyres. And the battle will ensue right on down to turn 4. We'll have a onboard camera angle of LH44 as he tries to make that overtake with Cairo going a little bit wide on that corner. Maybe took a bit too much speed on the entry. See Cairo really close. Cairo's really getting close to the front of LH. He is sliding a little bit. Is LH going to take advantage of this? LH goes a little bit wide, and Carter's got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. A lot of these, and dragging on speed. Oh, that's another 3-second penalty for him. And Kyle's just gone wide there on turn 1. But the speed on his out is just holding off from being shot off. And over the curb goes Caro to defend this battle. So with the Austria circuit, it is a 2.683 mile race course with 10 corners. As I said before, that's 7 to the right, 2 to the left. These corners do have a lot of varied G-forces pushing onto you. So with G-forces of up to 4 Gs on corners such as turn 9, which is the rock and ring curve, and the A1 curve. So the last 2 corners does put a lot of G-force on the driver, and it is quite near enough consecutive. It's just like one long turn after another. High speeds of over 200 miles an hour for the F1 cars. A lot of these drivers are hitting 180 on that back straight. As you see, they are hitting 180 and then slamming on ready for that turn. Looking through these comments, you can see that these actually are basically taking the exact same line into that corner. So riding on board with Rayner, who looks like he's actually about to close in on Seisling to overlap. Seisling's only just come into change his tyres. So Magnus is the first ones to go onto the super soft. Now, hasn't gone early to take the undercut. He has jumped in right behind Apex, so he might be able to get DRS from Apex after a little bit of catching up to do, and then he might be able to perform that undercut on Rayner and Quad Duty. You can see LH still battling to get past Cairo. So Quadruti is coming to the pits. So is Stead. Given Rayner and Correct Savant the chance to open up and go further forward. Now Quadruti is coming out and he is going to be behind LH44, but he is on super soft tyres. They are fresh, so he is going to be catching these up quite quickly. So Maverick has managed to get up to 5th. Now Maverick has gone up 10 places. Oh, LH44 has managed to get past Cairo eventually, so that was in turn 3. Yellow flag in sector 3. Now, I just got a notification come up then saying that Carter did get another penalty for multiple warnings. Again, this will be for corners. Magnus with 8-second penalty. Okay, so I'm just having a quick look to see what these penalties are. So Carter with multiple warnings. Magnus for speeding in the pit lane. 5 seconds, that's 5 seconds he cannot afford to lose. that could actually take him out of the point scoring positions. So we've got a ART 1-2 at the moment, with Rayner still needing to pit. And Cairo Dracos is battling so close with LH44. LH44 taking the inside line to go defensive, but DRS is with Cairo Dracos at the moment. And Carter has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he has retired from the session. A lot of penalties there. He must have felt like he could not battle any further. Do feel sorry for when this happens, but it happens at times, and it's unfortunate. So Rayner's now in the pits. He's coming in for his super soft tyres. Has he got enough time to get out in front of LH44? He's coming around turn 10. You're going to see the car of Rayner in the pit lane in a moment. You can just see the top of it. You can see the wing catcher. Oh my goodness, that was a great attempt by Cairo on the inside. You can see from behind that is tight. These three races are close. Oh, what a smart move by LH44. He dropped back to take the corner a bit tighter, and he's got DRS onto Rayner. A fantastic tactical manoeuvre. Tactical thinking by LH44. Now there is less than a second between the top three races, and Quad GT is closing in. They're going to be battling out, slowing each other down, and Quad GT has got a chance to get amongst them. Now Cairo is sitting on a 9-second penalty. Now with the way current standings are going, this will give Quad GT a good chance of, gives Quad GT the third place. Magnus on 8 seconds. He would need to be within 1 second of Cairo to take over that spot without overtaking him. Still, it could be anybody's race. Anybody could get penalties if just a little bit too wide. Instead, six with a steady good run. He has a 4-second gap in front of him, and Jason Woodhouse with another 3-second penalty on top. That's 18 seconds now on penalties. That would drop him well out of the point scoring time, so he can either pull his socks up and push further forward and build that gap, or just keep battling the way he's going and he is doing really well. He is having a really good race. It's just unfortunate that he's caught in the corners a bit too much. Apex with a 3-second penalty. Everybody around him, everybody behind him has got penalties so far, so it's not going to be making much difference right now. So he would need to pass Stead and gain 3 seconds to make that position stick for him. Rayner with a new fastest lap of a 1:14.8. Now this is getting into the zone of qualifying time. And Jason Woodhouse with another 3-second penalty for cutting that corner. I think we'll just leave that there for now. Correct 7-on-2 is closing in on Jason Woodhouse at the moment. Benjamin Cardiff. Without any penalties, he's sitting in 11th. He could be boosted up further with the penalties ahead of him. If he gets within 3 seconds of Dragon on speed, he will inherit that 8th spot, which gives him pole on the next round. Jim Stravers had a race where he has been fighting at the front and has been knocked down further back, so I'm hoping for him to get push a bit harder, get into those point scoring places and really cause some havoc in that area. Mavericks have a bit of a easygoing race. He's a better driver than what the time is showing. It's just unfortunate at the moment that he's not making those times show at this race at the moment. Size is sitting at the far back. He is 11 seconds behind Maverick, and he's matching the speed of Maverick at the moment. So we've got Rainer in front by 4 seconds. He's opened that gap up massively. LH is actually, it looks like he's trying to show if those tyres are going to last. But Karo Dreykov, who is looking to take that place off of LH44, he's closing that gap very quickly. A little bit too wide in that corner, just giving LH a little bit of a space. Quadrucci is right up behind Karo, all with both of them with DRS. So it's very tight between these three drivers at the moment. Karo will go a little bit wide on that corner. Can Quadrucci get the advantage going into turn 3 and towards turn 4? Now Kairo's gone very wide on that corner and he's picked up a 3-second penalty for those multiple warnings. And Quadrucci has pushed through. DRS, is he going to get LH44? Oh, there's a little bit of a touch there between the two drivers, Kairo, Dreykov and Quadrucci. Just a bit of banging wheels. We'll leave that to the steward to decide how that will turn out, but it looks like Quadrucci's got a 3-second penalty and I'm not too sure why. So, multiple warnings, exceeding track limits, that would be. So LH44 going super defensive. Magnus with another 5 seconds for an unsafe penalty. So this with the race ended. We have Rainer in first, LH44 in second, Quadrucci in third, Stets on fourth, Apex fifth, Dragon on speed in sixth, Magnus in seventh, Cairo in 8th, Benjamin in 9th, Jimstrap in 10th, Craig Savant in 11th, Maverick in 12th, Jason Woodhouse in 13th at the moment, and Sizen in 14th. That was a close race for a lot of drivers. Unfortunately for some drivers that managed to, they weren't picking the lines as cleanly as they could and managed to pick up some penalties, unfortunately. But we got LH44 is now on as driver of the day for that race. So at ART 1-2 is Quadrucci sitting third in Prima. This does make a big difference on the standings that's so far. So Rainer, LH44, Quadrucci, top 3. Quadrucci having a 3-second penalty on that. Even without that, he still would have had to pull off a bit of a miracle to try and get past LH44 with Cairo sitting between them. So we are waiting to go into our next race, which is going to be our sprint race.
Asleep. That's right.
Now let's see who the order of this of the front 8 would have been reversed. So we'll go through that as soon as it starts. As soon as it starts up. So another formation lap. So we have Cairo sitting in pole for this one, Magnus in second, Dragon on speed in third, Apex on fourth, Stead in fifth, Kudryski in sixth, LH44 in seventh, Reno in eighth, Benjamin in ninth, Jim Stout in 10th, Craig Savant in 11th, Maverick in 12th, Tyson in 13th, Jason Woodhouse in 14th, Carter in 15th, and Liam in 16th. Now again, this is a sprint race, so this is 14 laps, and we are looking at another tight race with the front 8 being swapped round. We are looking at a reverse battle from what we had previously, but you can see races like Jim Straff cutting in there, Liam building so up, Jason Woodhouse, who did have a good pace in that last race. Without the penalties, he would have been easily within the points. So far we've got Carter and Lee, who did go out of the race last time. I'm sure they will make big strides to make some points in this race. So we're coming around 10-9, Jochens in curve. Cara's backing up the pack, making sure he doesn't lose too much time. All these drivers are ready for this race. And we've got Jason Woodhouse, who is already there. So we have all our races in place on the grid, ready, waiting for the lights. So, lights come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Out and away we go. So a bit of jostling around already for people all over the grid. We're looking for, it was a nice clean start. Yellow flag is sector 1, that might have Carter. Not too sure what happened there with him. It looked like he slipped off course. And there's that, yeah, he's got front wing damage. So it looks like he may have connected with the inside wall. Jim Straff already got 4 places. That's a good start from Jim Straff. Liam is up by 2. Jason Woodhouse fighting in there. He's up to 10th already. I did think that Jason would be able to make these moves, and he is cutting through the pack like it's butter. He's up to 9th already. What a fantastic start from him. Oh, he's got down to 10th. I think someone managed to get a little bit of a run on him. That's still a fantastic start from Jason Woodhouse. Now, our system is showing that Liam is first, but obviously we know that's not quite true, so we'll wait for it to all jostle around. Jason Woodhouse is battling for 8th, the last point scoring positions. So out near front, Carrot has got a distance of nearly 2 seconds. Magnus sitting in second with Dragon on speed right behind him. They are so close, it's unbelievable. It's going to be a great battle between these two drivers. Going to jump on board with Dragon on speed as he comes in. So Carrot making a 1:16.5. Oh, sorry, Producer with a 1:16.5 fastest lap so far. Jim Sharp taking that again with 1:16.2. Fantastic racing in between Magnus and Dragon. Great battle into turn 3. Dragon's got DRS, but he's not even opened it up yet. He had DRS and he didn't open it up. That was shocking. He would have had that place for sure. Oh, Magnus goes a little bit wide, giving space to Dragon. And it's a battle through turns 6 and 7. This is so close. Magnus had to drop out a little bit there for going too wide. He had a little look on the inside, couldn't get any purchase. And now he's through, and Dragon has opened up a little bit of a space. But Magnus does have the RS, and he's going to be closing that gap back down. A lot of movement around from the lower places. I will be going through the run up in a moment. So we have Cairo in first with a 2.6 gap to Dragon, who's got a half second gap to Magnus, with 1.5 second gap to Quad Duty. LH44 right on the exhaust of Quad Duty. Just reeling them in slowly and surely. There's going to be a great battle between these two. Jason Woodhouse is up to 6th. Now that is a fantastic drive by Jason Woodhouse. Unbelievable driver in the first few laps. Made some fantastic progress there. Stead 6 behind Simonson in 8th. Benjamin in 9th. Jim Straff in 10th. Jim Straff moved up and down. He is a good driver. He usually has a bit of rotten luck. Maverick making 1 place up. So Liam with 4 places up and closing in on Maverick. Greg Savant in 13th. We've got Rayner. Now, I'm not too sure what happened to Rayner because he was battling it out with Quad Duty, LH44 and Jason Woodhouse earlier, so he would have been in 6th. So I think he's either spun out, took the corner way too wide, but Jason Woodhouse has jumped in. Oh, a little bit of contact between Quad Duty and Jason Woodhouse. Jason Woodhouse has fallen down to 10th. Quad Duty's fallen down to 8th. Just caught a little bit of that. There was a little bit of wheel tussling between the two, and one caught onto the other hand. Jason Woodhouse spun out. Now, has Quad Duty got any wing damage? He will be lucky if he hasn't. doesn't look like he has. So he's very lucky. Now what about Jason? Well, Jason is staying out, he's not pitting. Oh, he's gone really wide on that corner. There's a yellow flag as Magnus has got a 3-second penalty. Oh no, Magnus. Now it looks like Jason has slowed down quite a bit there. Now it looks like Rayner is putting in a race of his life to get back up to where he was. Quick Savant. It's sitting pretty in 11th, but needs to push further to get those into the point scoring places. He is falling closely behind his teammate Liam, who's got a penalty. Benjamin is sitting in 9th, so close to Jim Strav and Quadriti to get into those point scoring positions. Jim Strav has built himself up to get into that position for the last point. Quadriti's dropped 1 place from where he started. He was fighting further forward and got into that little tussle with Jason Woodhouse. Sison has had a very good race so far, been very quiet, we didn't see much of him. But he has a 3-second penalty by the looks of it. Is it 3 seconds? Yeah, 3-second penalty. Instead of sitting there playing 0.4 seconds behind LH44, he is closing that gap. Fantastic race by Stead here. LH 2 seconds behind Magnus at the moment. But Magnus has a 3-second penalty, so that will push him into 3rd. Magnus is only half a second behind Dragon. Now these two did have a great battle earlier on, so I'm hoping to see more of the same. Rayner has a 3-second penalty, LH44 with a 3-second penalty. This is a bit of a repriever for Magnus, knowing that the neighbour driver behind him has a penalty as well. But LH44 is slipped behind Stead and managed to get it back. Great racing from these two drivers at the moment. Stead's just dropped down quite a bit. He's lost quite a lot of time there. And you can see from behind us that Quadriti is trying to make the moves on Sison. The Jim Strav right behind him. Walking from Sison's car, Quadriti is really cutting into that gap. Now, Quadriti is building that gap away from Jim Strav. Jim Strav is still within DRS range from Quadriti, so that gap could close up further, but Quadriti will have DRS from Sison as well, and Sison will have DRS instead. So those 4 drivers are quite close. Magnus with a 1:15.6 for the fastest lap. He is storming out up there. The gap to Cairo has actually dropped. It was earlier was 3 seconds, now it's dropped down to 0.5. Dragon on speed is really honing in onto him. Could see a overtake any moment. Yellow flag in sector 2. And that's Maverick. Maverick has spun. He spun his car. So Maverick and Liam both on super soft tyres at the moment. I don't know why Maverick is that far behind. He's got a front wing change. Dragon and Karu battling it out here. That's Dragon on the move. He's Dragon's. He has made that move. Has he made it? He has made it stick. But we are now looking at a battle between Magnus and Caro. Maverick. Alright, Maverick is he's sitting a minute behind his nearest competitor. Liam is 11 seconds behind Apex and closing that gap down. Apex is 44 seconds behind Cairo. Cairo's gone into the pits. Putting up a set of super softs. Is that going to make any difference for him to get back up there? Rayner's sitting in 11th. He does have penalty. He has a 3-second penalty against Jason Woodhouse. But he's managed to get past him. He is over a second behind Benjamin. James Strav is 0.4 seconds behind Sizen. Now Sizen does have a 3-second penalty. James Strav will want that to get that position. And very respectful between the two drivers. Very respectful. James Strav coming out of that lunge onto the inside, but Sizen did give him space in turn 8 here now. But he slipped down, but he's building his way back up. He's within 3 seconds of Stead 6, so he could be pouncing into that position. And if he gets a bit closer again, he could be taking that space away from LH44, who is closing down so tightly onto Magnus at the moment. We have got 2.5 laps left, and Magnus is slowly falling behind Dragon, who is storming ahead. He is 2.2 seconds in front of Magnus and is flying. Interesting battle here will be this one between Magnus and LH44. LH44 does get past Magnus and makes 3 seconds between them. He will hold that position, but as it is, Magnus looks like he is sitting on second. Quadruti does look like he is within 6 seconds of LH44. This could mean that Quadruti could get promoted into third based on the penalties. Quadruti does have has had a very clean race, and LH44 is making a move on Magnus. Very, very good racing from both of them, both respectful, both giving each other distance. They are nice and clean racing that. Very good, very respectful. Now, LH44 had gave Magnus the space and has managed to make it stick. But Magnus is back again. Magnus had a good run out of turn 8. And there we have it again. And we do have another slow moment in sector 2. And that is Jason Woodhouse spinning his car. Too much gas and trying to correct himself and spin himself out. Now, this battle between LH44 and Magnus is amazing. It's just back and forth, give and take. Liam's heading into the pits. And Liam, as DNF, is retired from the race. Jason Woodhouse spinning his car over and over again. Now, LH44 is pushing to get that space done. Okay, and here we are. Standings as it goes, Dragon on speed in first, Magnus in second, Quadrusi in third. That's 2 teammates. LH44 in fourth, Jim Straff in fifth, Stead 6 in sixth, Sizen in seventh, Correct Savant in eighth, Benjamin in ninth, Reynard in 10th, Cairo in 11th, Apex in 12th, Jason Woodhouse in 13th. Now, Jason Woodhouse is having unfortunate moments in that race. Okay, so as you can see, that race has now finished. So Jim Sharp making the most positions. And here we are at the podium. The 2 Prima guys taking second and third. Great to see that they made up some points on that one. So here we have our final standings. Dragon on speed, Magnus Quadrusi top 3, 4th LH44, Jim Sharp in 5th, Stead 6 in 6th, Sizen in 7th, Correct Savant in 8th, Benjamin Cardiff in 9th, Reyna in 10th, Cairo in 11th, Apex in 12th, and Jason Woodhouse in 13th. A lot of penalties did get handed out in that short race, and it did change a lot. It boosted Quadrusi right up to third, and Jim Straff as well up to 5th. So in the end of that was a very good race, very good competitiveness between a lot of the drivers, and we'll look forward to seeing you again on our next race, which will be rounds 13 and 14 at the Silverstone. Thanks for joining us, and this was Rayner's Racing League. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, bye.